So at this stage we're going to look at the attribute smoke, and we need to have smoke enabled, so with this checkbox on. Even if you are just using the fire create smoke, you definitely need to have this channel available and activated to be able to simulate smoke. Now here I just have like an emitter shooting out and we have fire raising up, and this is based on our temperature buoyancy being 0.5 and the temperature of our effect being 300. So in other words, our smoke is hot, so it tends to rise up in the air. Our smoke buoyancy is set to -1, which means that it will fall based on the temperature. And this essentially is just like how quickly it's going to fall or not. Higher values make the smoke heavier, so it tends to fall at a faster rate. So as we can see now, the smoke is beginning to fall. Keeping that at -1 is completely fine and more accurate. It's just more if you want to have like really heavy smoke. These are ways that you could force it to want to fall down more. Meanwhile, with your flames still rising up. The other thing I could do is actually set my negative, like I've set the smoke buoyancy back to -1, which is the default value, but I could set my temperature to be negative like 300. Instead, what's going to happen is the exact same thing. Now instead, the overall effect is cool. So there wouldn't be any fire because my ignition rate is a positive value, it's hot. So this is such a cold smoke, it wants to fall down. And this is what you'd get when you're dealing with like dry ice, stuff like that, where you want to have an object interact and fall. Okay, so this is important for that. But if I wanted to, I could set this to be like 600 and simulate. The smoke's going to want to raise up in the air because it's obviously hotter than the negative value. Same deal, I could then turn on my fuel so we have fire and smoke being generated. Now what's interesting though is that I could then go back to my smoke buoyancy. I could set this to be, like I said before, like negative, let's go pretty extreme, like -100. And I run this, what we're going to get is the fire and the entire effect tends to be pulled down because of that. So these are essentially ways that we can control all of this. So in other words, it's just a way that we can control the density, like how heavy the smoke is and things like that. So as we went through before and we talked much earlier about the variable density solver and a few things like that, this is how we can specifically control all of these things individually. However, because before we just had buoyancy, and now we can actually say individually, okay, well, smoke is heavy, fire and temperature isn't, or whatever we want to do. So there's just more overall control with what we're doing. But ultimately, it's just a way that we can control these individually and have them communicate with the variable density solver. But in general, usually you want to control most of it through your actual temperature. And like I said before, we have flame, but if I was to set this to a negative value, then there's no fire because the fire isn't hot enough to actually ignite and generate a flame. So these are ways you can control all of this.